Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Star Trek Online. I am Bull, and I am your host. So, we are back today with the Romulan beta for the Legacy of Romulus on the Tribble Test Server. Last night, the Tribble server underwent maintenance, did a very large patch update, and wiped all the characters that existed on the server. So I no longer have any existing characters on Tribble at the moment. And I haven't bothered to transfer copies over from the main server because, well, right now I'm only really interested in the Romulus stuff, so I can't play that with my Federation or Klingon characters anyway, so it's not really much of an issue. And it's also not that big a deal because, as you may have noticed, I haven't updated in a little while. And one of the reasons for that is I ran into some problems. As you may have seen in my last video, one of the quests was broke. This got patched and fixed a couple days later with the next update. However, I was still stuck. This is because the quest that I was on, I had to go to that sector in space and fight a ship that was showing up to me as friendly. Well, that quest actually was part of a minor chain that started with me getting a token to go buy my new ship at level 10. Unfortunately, I already owned that ship, so it wouldn't let me buy a new ship. And I made the mistake of deleting my Tier 1 ship instead of the Tier 2 ship. So, even though I had a token, and because I only had 2 slots to buy a ship with. So I deleted the Tier 1 figuring, well, that opens up a slot, I can buy another Tier 2, and I'll have 2 of them. For whatever reason, it would not let me buy a second one. And since I only had 1 ship, it would not let me delete that original Tier 2 ship. So I was still stuck and could not progress any further. I sent a message to Cryptic saying, hey, stuff is broke, and as far as I know, I never got a response back. So, and with work and the Neverwinter Online coming out, I have not had a chance to play in a few days. So, if they sent me a response in the last few days, I didn't get it. And then they did the player wipe. So, it doesn't matter. So, I figure we'll take a quick moment and take a look here and see what we've got for the Romulans and for the character creation, because there's a few new things. I'm not entirely positive if this is new or if I just didn't notice it, but I'm looking over at the tabs on the side here, on the right side of the screen, and I'm noticing that they jazzed up the engineering, science, and tactical icons a little bit, which are pretty cool, showing you the little turret for engineering, a medical tricorder for science, and a rifle for tactical. So that's pretty sweet. You also get some nifty stuff going on in the background with ships flying by and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. So for Romulans, we now have the option to build a Romulan or the aliens. And as far as I know, the aliens, I'm not sure if the aliens are still alien gen or what. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got here. Head. Alright, well, I know they were talking for quite a while that the aliens would be some sort of weird Romulan hybrid and would have restrictions on what they could get for parts. But looking at it, it's looking like you can make a pretty straight alien with this. So, all right, that's good to know. So they were, because I know there was a lot of people that were kind of complaining about that, feeling that it meant that the Romulans were a little gimped since they couldn't do the full aliens the way that some of the other races could, and that the Federation and Klingons could. And they felt that it meant that they weren't getting as much for the Romulan faction, and they felt that the whole Romulan xenophobia concept wasn't a good enough excuse to gimp them. So it looks like we got that. But anyways, I don't want to play that. I'm going to make another Romulan. We'll make this one male, like my original Romulan was. And you know what? I was tactical last time. Let's go engineering this time, just for the fun of it. Some interesting Romulan looks. Alright. So anyways, I'm going to make him. You've seen the first few quests, so I'm not going to replay all that stuff. Some of it's going to have been tweaked and fixed and whatever. There's been some graphical updates and some camera updates and sound updates and stuff, but that's really not all that big a deal. So I'm going to keep this one short and just say, hey, this is what's going on. I'll get myself back to passing that where I make my alliance, and I'll go ahead and ally with Klingons again, and then I'll come back and we'll do some more recordings. But I think this is where I'm going to end this one for today. So nice, short, sweet, and to the point. All right, well, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you again next time.